what the hell? What are you doing?
Nothing!
Why are you doing it?
Because I'm gay. We love you!
Potato!
What did you do?
Okay, finish this last one up. Actually, you got two more, yeah. So, okay, real quick. What's your name?
Furry Bob.
Furry. Oh, okay. Okay, one more. Last one. What's your name?
Iber.
Yeah, what's your song request?
I like big butts.
You want a brother that
When
with the itty-bitty waist and the round you get some.
When it closes
Doesn't that butt with stuff? Jeans and the jeans she's wearing. I'm hooked and I can't stop staring. Oh, baby, I want to get richer and take your picture.
the whole boy trying to warn me with that ass shit. Keep going. Yeah.
Did you find the kale?
It's everywhere. Guys, if you didn't figure it out, my friends here stalled because that charity event was crazy. So, we finally have the numbers. No.
He's drawing badges for us.
Just checking him.
He's drawing badges for us.
Yeah, we switched jobs. I thought the
Guys.
first thing was way better than the people.
It is my proud pleasure to introduce the board of directors of First Squared that are not dead right now. Guys, this gentleman has sat in the room for most of the convention. He made sure that the first thing that you saw was a pleasant experience. He got your con going. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one and the only Conway. Guys, the programming, I got to see a lot of the programming that I didn't do, and then I got to do a bunch more, and I almost passed out, and you guys made me drink way too much. That being said, this guy told me I have to run more paneling next year because I didn't get drunk enough. Ladies and gentlemen, our director of programming, Nemi. He walks around a lot. He's very lumpy. I'm going to use that word this time. Guys, our director of technology, he is one of the people that keeps that website moving. He's one of the people that every time something breaks, he tells Kanase to fix it. Ladies and gentlemen, Dragor. Our director of operations, Bit, did have to... Our director of operations, Bit, was not able to join us. He needed to leave all of a sudden. He wishes that he could have been here for this, but he wanted to say thank you to everyone. Because of how wonderful you guys were, operations was very smooth, so he wanted to send you guys a sincere thanks. In the back of the room, possibly, about to go catch his flight, is our artist relations manager. He drew the poster. He put in more hours to this town than probably the rest of us combined. And finally, our financial director, John, was furried out. But the one thing he said when he looked at us, hey, you know what? They're not that bad. He did have to head back to Chicago to get to work. Guys, welcome to closing ceremonies. All right, we're going to start off with some of the numbers for the fun things that you guys did. Guys, for a few of the tournaments, for the Lucky 7, and just for some general announcements. Nemi, would you please tell them how they did?
So we had only a handful of teams compete in the Lucky 7 competition for Artemis, but you guys have fun with Artemis this weekend? Yes, no? score next year?
Yeah.
I'm going to list off a couple of the scores. We had two teams do fairly well here. One name has a team, one does not. But the captain looks like it was Tiku, if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Captain Onesie!
I'm not sure what the ship name, but it looks like Theory on Recon Task Force. And they ended up in 53 minutes destroying 53 enemies. So that is not bad at all. And then our second team did better, keeping their bases alive in 48 minutes and 49 enemies destroyed. So the best teams are looking at 1 kill per minute. That is excellent, guys. Nobody has beaten Lucky 7 yet, but we'd look to have you guys come back and try your hands next year. We want you to bring full crews and do it properly, because we're bringing it back and it's going to be even bigger again. Guys.
Which means that, just so you guys know, that that this happens at other convention. Is there any Lucky 7 winner in this room? Has anyone beat it? Which means that there's only one. The only person to ever beat Lucky 7 in the group. That is it. And I hate you because the week before he beat it, I was one space station away from beating it and it got blown up. I despise you.
The only other thing I'd like to say is I'd like to have our two Artemis volunteers stand up. They are staff this year and they gave their entire weekends, 12 hours a day, to run Artemis. This is Mitak and Rakesh. You know, you read the programming schedule, I'm sure. Mitak is, you know, he's the admiral here, and we've got Rakesh as the cabin boy.
That's right, shake your head.
The other thing that I'd like to say is just give a shout out to all of our panelists. I'd like to give a round of applause to everybody. That's what makes a convention happen. If we didn't have panelists, it wouldn't be a convention, it would just be a party, which is okay too, but you really make it a convention, and that's really important to us. So we look forward to having a lot of you guys back next year, and hopefully some even more fantastic panelists. So thank you very much. Rounding out downstairs, we've got our volunteers who managed to make the video game room and the board game room run the entire weekend. I'd like to see Steele if he's in here somewhere. No? There he is. There he is. This is a man that came to us, volunteered, and has basically run that thing completely on his own accord and done a fantastic job. We've heard great things, so keep it up. He's fantastic. And then next we have Ace, if he's in the room, there he is. I like Ace because we didn't actually have to do anything with the video games once they were set up. They all just kind of ran and he took care of it. So again, thank you very much for running that in the tournament. I didn't know what the result of was that, if you have anything to share.
We had 2 tournaments, one last night with 28 people, and Isaiah won that one, and 20 today where Fractal won today.
Fractal, there's your tournament winner for today. Fractal, Isaiah, are you in the room? Isaiah's over there. Guys, you should play each other. We did have the poker tournament. It was run by There he is. Poker, can you, first off, thank you so much for running the poker tournament. The gentleman that should have ran it canceled on his last minute, and he really stepped up and gave me a hand. So, Poker, thank you so much for running that tournament. That being said, can you tell us who won?
Ishta!
Ishta, where? Ishta, stand up. There we go. Look at that lucky bastard. All right, we're going to turn it over at this point to operations, if he has anything to say.
Oh, that's me now?
Yeah, that's you.
Oh, okay. So, yet again, we'll get to this also, but thanks to all of you, 1, for participating in the charity auction, and 2, for being exceedingly patient with me. That was insane, and you were all trying to throw your money aggressively at me. That included credit cards. I know. I also want to give a big shout out and thank you to security for helping make things go smoothly and slowly. Oh, I'm gonna pay for that. Oh boy. And for teaching me a whole lot about running cons and providing a nice, awesome environment for y'all. So, round of applause for security. Let's do that. And we also have, where's our volunteer coordinator, Jake? I can't see anything, I fogged my lenses. Jake, wave. All you volunteers say, yay! Yay! And of course, thank you to the volunteers that literally showed up and were like, what can we do for you? Blows our minds. This is hard work.
Volunteers, stand up and be recognized. All of you that gave your time. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So some numbers. Registration. How did we do?
Good.
Registration. What was our number last year?
417.
All right. So you're going to think about that number. What registration thinks as staff.
Yeah, I have had a fantastic staff helping me out this weekend in the Red Room. All of you met at least a few of them, obviously. So I'd like them to stand up. TJ, Axel, Toshu, Miko.
Toshu and Axel are gone.
Oh, and Toshu and Axel are gone. Those of you who are here, please stand up and just give them a round of applause because they definitely. Mika, who is also not here. That definitely deserves it. So
how did we do?
how did we do? Good. I said you're good. All right. So do you guys want actual numbers?
Yeah!
I have here the envelope. that I made.
Please!
So, with 204 super sponsors and sponsors, and 269 attending members, we came to a grand total of 555 attendees for First Square 2015.
That is year 2, guys. Year 2.
Yeah.
We're going to take over Wisconsin.
All the cheese for us.
All right.
Finest cheese.
I'm not ready for this one.
No.
Because finance isn't here. It comes to me to deliver the numbers. So ladies and gentlemen, it is my proud pleasure to introduce the charity. Guys, can a representative of the charity please come up here? Guys, Hawes, the Humane Society. This is their second year with us. This is their second year with us. We had so much fun with them last year that we asked them to come back one more time. One of our board of directors actually adopted Buttercup from them.
Butterstuff?
Buttercup, I think.
Butternuts.
Butterscotch.
Butterscotch.
Buttercup.
Butterworth. Buttercup.
And that dog has brought a lot into his life. So guys, if you're gonna get an animal, I mean, this is the right way to go. That is a wonderful, wonderful dog. It's so much fun having her around the house. And, no, thank you. Here we go. At the dance on Saturday night, Fur put out a picture and said people put money in it, and you guys put in $58.61. I hate you for putting in change. The poker tournament for buy-ins and rebuy-ins raised $215 for a poker tournament. MST3K, you monsters! With your torches and your evil. Oh my God. You guys to make me drunk paid $210. The Charity Who's Line panel, a very rare panel that we only get to perform when there's certain members of our team together. Charity Who's Line raised $282.42. As a lot of you know, a number of us are from the Chicago area. We do a lot of work with the Laugh Group, and because of that, we like to cross-promote. We run the New Year's Eve party for the Laugh community. We ran the, what's the splash place with water? What is that called? Key Lime Cove. We did a Key Lime Cove outing where we collected a bit of money, and every year up here we do the Gay Pride barbecue, where afterwards a bunch of people go to our director of operations place and have a giant barbecue and get drunk and wake up on a lawn. So that got really close to this number, so First Square rounded it out, and that means that outside of the con, we raised $1,000 for the charity from Chicago. So guys from Chicago, all of you, really, thank you. You guys just walking around out of the kindness of your hearts into the bucket sitting on the table raised $1,176.49. And that doesn't even include what you guys just made here.
I'm gonna cry. You guys are making me cry.
No, I'm actually, I made it this far. I made it pretty good.
This
It's a
morning.
proud tradition.
And then the charity auction. The charity auction, which had a single item, which went for more money than we raised last year. One item went for, what was the final cost? $2,690 for one item, which brought our auction total to $4,625. And of course, because the charity had to put up with furries all weekend, First Squared is very happy to throw another $1,000 into this pot. For a grand total of $8,567.52.
A large shelter, and we do a majority of Waukesha County, which is the county that you're in. And I can't tell you how far this money will go and how much we'll be able to do for the community and the animals that are in it. Thank you all so much.
Yes.
Yeah, I need it.